Today's content is not about making your gains better. This is actually a more important topic to talk about because it has to do with gym culture, which, if I'm gonna be real, I feel like has been sorely lacking lately. It's the reason why Joey Swole has to exist in our lives. I'm not saying that he shouldn't. He's a wonderful guy. I love his content and I love what he's doing. But we shouldn't need Joey Swole. So it's time for us to start passing on the information from old head to new head in the gym, the old gym rats to the new gym rats. Here's what you need to know in order to not be the worst person in the gym. Today, we're going to talk about the 3 worst people you can find at a gym. So, number 1, people who don't clean up after themselves. The kind of people who are the most entitled human beings you can imagine because they leave their mess around for everyone else to clean up. Weights on the floor so that you can trip on them. Plates all on the ground so that you have to deal with them. When you're trying to load up the leg press, good luck. There's like 5,045 scattered on the ground in front of where you actually load up the leg press, so you can't get to it properly without having to do this weird, awkward balance step over all of them as they shift under your weight and kind of topple. It's the worst. If you're the kind of person who does that, you're the kind of entitled prick who needs to take their gym membership, cut it in half, leave the gym, and never come back. Or at least not until you've learned that your mom doesn't follow you around to every place you go to clean up your messes. We are all using this space together. We all need to take care of the space together. It shouldn't be up to the gym staff to clean up every single weight. They try. I've seen them. They try, but there's only so much time in the day. There's a lot of tasks they have to handle, and so they shouldn't have to be subjected to your entitled behavior, ruining their ability to keep the gym floor clean. Clean up after yourselves. Pick up your weights and put them back where they belong. 9 times out of 10, it's numbered. Are you illiterate? 35 goes in the 35 spot. Not that hard. I think we can all count. Or do we need to go back to kindergarten? 2, Mr. or Mrs. I just started. Here's the problem with this, and allow me to explain what this even means so that we can all be on the same page. I come up to you when you're doing an exercise and I say, hey, how many sets do you have left? The implication here is that I'd like to use whatever piece of equipment you happen to be using at this particular point in time. So I'd like to know how long I'd have to wait in order to use that equipment by myself. If it should happen to be a long period of time, I'm probably okay with either waiting, doing something else, maybe, who knows, or asking you if I can work in. I'm trying to decide if that's a possibility or something I should maybe do. The correct answer is a number. Either 4 sets, 6 sets, 9 sets, 12 sets. I'll even accept 10 minutes, 12 minutes, 9 minutes. Time, that's also a number. The answer is never, ever, get real close, real close. It's never, I just started. But that tells me nothing. It helps me 0% and is relevant to nobody. Because here's the thing. I don't actually care if you just started. That doesn't matter to me. You could have just started the first of 12 sets. That's relevant information, and I know that I'm gonna have a long time to wait. If you've just started and you're only doing 2, cool. That's really not that long. I'll just chill, get ready, warm up, whatever, and we'll be good. But I just started on its own. It's not an answer. You need to stop making it an answer if it's an answer you give. Because it's useless, pointless, and infuriating. The third and final one we're going to talk about today, and it's people who don't have any understanding of personal space in the gym. This doesn't just come down to people who decide that, oh, are you working out here? Allow me to be right next to you for no apparent reason. Oh, you're doing lateral raises? Oh, you're doing lateral raises? I don't really care. I guess I'm just gonna obstruct your range of motion now. It's not just them. Mirrors exist for reasons other than vanity in the gym. in case you didn't know. Oftentimes, people will use the mirrors to check their form, make sure they're getting the right range of motion, looking at muscle activation, checking on what's going on with their workout from a visual standpoint. What isn't helpful is you standing right in front of them to occupy that gym mirror space without any concern for them whatsoever, especially if there's space in the gym outside of that. If there's no space, I can understand the concept. I get it. It makes sense. You don't have a lot of room. You're working with what you have, and that's a forgivable thing. We're just trying to share the space and get through our workouts and do the best we can. Cool. But if there's space somewhere else and you're not using it because you think you deserve to just be right there and obstruct somebody's vision for no apparent reason, do better than that. Look around you. Pay attention to the fact that you are not the only person using the gym space. We're all trying to use it together, like I said. We're all trying to do our best to get in our workouts and achieve the best results we can. Be aware that you're sharing that space with everyone else who also pays dues just like you. If we share the space, we can get along and everything's so much better. When you don't, you end up looking like and being a gym dick that everyone hates and no one wants to be around, and that people kind of curse out behind your back underneath their breath. So, with that out of the way, I'm hoping for the love of God that by some miracle, this information spreads, and any of you who feel the same, chime in the comments and let me know I'm not alone. Sometimes I feel like I'm the only person raging against these things and that it's all in my head. I have a feeling though that there are more people like me out there than I think it seems like most of the time. Anyhow, that does it for today. Let's wrap up this set. Rack it.